You're Hawkeye!
Who the hell are you?
Jeremy, I wanted to start with you because we're seeing a very different, more vulnerable side to Clint, especially in moments like the Rogers the Musical, where he's clearly still processing the trauma he's gone through. So what was it like for you to peel back those layers of your character?
It's, to me, very exciting. I think a lot of the fans want to know as well. It could be cathartic for them. And also, there's a lot of humor that comes with it. You know, first of all, a Steve Rogers musical, it can, turn into something quite dark and real for a minute. That's a wonderful sort of polarizing example of what happens a lot in this show. Nothing is just as it seems. There is humor, and there is loss, and there's this, and there's love and admiration. There's a lot of things that go on in this, so it's not just one thing.
There's the history in the last decade with his character from all of the Avengers movies, and we wanted to make sure that we carry that forward in the series.
It's 2 years after Endgame, where we saw him lose his family and get them back, but at the cost of Natasha making the sacrifice. And so Christmas is sort of this heightened time of year where everybody's supposed to be happy and everything's supposed to be great, and Clint, of course, is trying to deliver that for his kids. And you get to use that sort of joyous time of year and that tension to let things escalate and let his past catch up.
I'm working with an Avenger.
Through the lens of Kate Bishop is how we perceive how the audience would feel if they were to see somebody that they idolize, right? This is the moment where she finally gets to meet her hero. And we wanted to draw a little bit of how Kate is like in the comics, that energy level, that impulsive, stubborn, sometimes annoying to Clint. That's what's fun about it.
She has this overconfidence that may or may not backfire at times.
Didn't realize you were supposed to bring guns.
But one thing I love about this character is that she gets knocked down, but she gets back up again, and again and again and again, and nothing can really stop her.
Our focus really was making sure that Clint and Kate's relationship worked. They have such a fun relationship and dynamic.
It starts out like this sort of annoying fly almost to Clint, that he can't believe that he has to sort of deal with this, but what evolves is this mentor and mentee relationship. And I guess it's like a big brother and little sister sort of bickering dynamic ultimately.
Anything can happen. There can be tons of action happening in the background, car chases and whatnot, but the constant bickering and bantering between the two of them is the heart of the stories in the comics, and that's what we wanted to focus on in this particular series.
I think she looks at Clint and realizes that, not that she ever really gets past the fact that it's Hawkeye, but once she can come to terms with that, she becomes more serious about what's going on around them, and she becomes, determined to figure out how she can be an ally to him and a source of good and help, and she is out there wanting to protect those that she loves, and she's in for the ride.
And Jeremy, coming in as the vet, what do you think Clint can actually learn from working alongside Kate?
I think that's the big basic emotional themes of the show and their relationship. It's cathartic, it's honest, it's bonding. To me, it seems like a lasting bond that's birthed and forged out of it. People say buddy cop or all these sort of things, but their relationship is very complicated. The things I can't tell you about that he learns, I'm not gonna tell you about. But I think there's a whole array, color bouquet of things that she teaches them, from pink all the way down to purple, and there you go.
And finally, what was it like working with Lucky the dog?
So fun. Oh my God. We were both very, as dog lovers, excited to work with this beautiful, very well-trained dog until we were doing a sort of walk and talk, having a rather serious conversation with some very important information. And there was a couple of squirrels that Lucky the pizza dog wanted to have his own moment with in the middle of our scene. Made things very difficult for me as the one handling him. But other than that, I loved him.